Washington, D.C.'s leafy Georgetown neighborhood is not where you'd expect to find an explosion of Desi flavor. But tucked inside the second floor of a traditional brick house, you'll find spices. It's the shop, restaurant, salon and home of Rani Saudagar, who came to the US from India at the age of 19 to try to improve her financial situation and to help her family.
I kept sending the money back home, and my mom was ill. She also lost her eyesight. She was blind, and a lot of medication that needed finance, of course, like to take care of the hospital bills and medication for her, and also taking care of the family back home.
Now she's using the skills she learned as a child in Bombay to run a business in Washington, D.C. But it wasn't easy, especially as a single mother.
After my marriage, I had to move many different places. I almost moved like 9 times to find this place. This was our apartment, and then I converted into a spice shop because it's much needed. Like here in DC, because everybody goes to Indian shop in Virginia or Maryland, and nobody finds even a curry leaf here.
But Rani's customers get much more than a curry leaf.
I give them a little tips here and there. And I have pretty much I have 75 spices where people just like, okay, we can buy a small packet, and they try cooking at home. They have questions, and I do my best to give them some answers that they can use while they're cooking. Just example is where if you heat up the oil, and you throw the mustard seeds, you have to make sure the oil is hot. So those are the small things that they're excited about. And sometimes I give like few recipes right away.
She puts that culinary skill to use too, making Indian meals from scratch.
So I have the lentil, which is very delicious, and it's made with ghee. And I make scrambled paneer, which is also something that I can make the paneer at home. And a lot of people like the paneer because it's full protein.
She's just about to launch on food delivery app Uber Eats.
My potential is like I can cook for 50 people a day in my small kitchen there.
She's not just sharing food, but her skills too, by hosting workshops to pass on her talents.
It's amazing.
I do henna classes, roti making lessons, and I do spice talk, which is I take my spices there, a few spices I give out to people, and I also make a dinner. I want to make sure that from my side, from my soul side, that to have like one change in like one person's life, if it is from 100, one person, oh, I learned chai, so that can be something they can use on their daily routine. And the roti is also something that I really want to teach, where people can, instead of buying a bread, then you can make your own roti, and how can you cut the cost of living.
There's one thing left on Rani's to-do list.
I do also want to have like an Indian sweet shop, which is my favorite. The sweets is like something that I really want to do because there's no Indian sweet shop in DC. You have to go all the way in Virginia again.
But Rani's doing her best to bring Indian culture closer to the heart of the American capital. Kate Fisher in Washington, reporting for DD India.